Okay. We are starting a stream. We're gonna stream the under 2000 section. Let me see if I can get Midnight Fox. Okay. Gonna advertise in a Discord real quick. All right. So, this is not the match I thought it would be. I guess they're playing not their week 4 match, but a different week. So this is missJenny and Puutin versus GM Kasparov fan and the best kid in the world. And the score is currently 1-0 favoring missJenny22. missJenny was partnered to Chicken Crossroad for about a half an hour of like warm-up games right before this. Looks like Putin is getting attacked pretty hard here. This bishop check would win the queen. But on the other hand, if he actually takes the queen, yeah, so knight mates or rook mates for Putin. Time is fairly close. The question is if GM Kasparov fan and the best kid in the world are communicating. Best kid in the world just says no trades, no trades, no trades in the chat. And GM Kasparov fan acknowledges with okay. So I think they understand that. He did move after saying that, but he's not given a queen.
Hello, Chuck. It's me, Midnight Fox, here.
Hey, Midnight Fox. Good to have you. Yeah, so it turns out this is not the week 4 match. I'm not sure which week this is, but they are obviously from the same group. So this is a Bughouse World Championship.
This is the week 3 match.
Week 3, okay. GM Kasparov fan is up an enormous amount of time. But they did give the maiden knight, so that game goes to missJenny. Our score is now 2-0. That shows how important coordination is. Oh, and here this is a hole where a pawn can be dropped. Putin would like a pawn or a queen. He gets the pawn. So
yeah,
in
Bughouse, you shouldn't move the f-pawn. That's just create a weakness. Often your opponent will sacrifice a bishop or a knight to use to get that weakness, and now they get that for free.
Yeah, if I were him, I would have taken the rook there, but he chooses to just develop, which is fine.
It's fun that we see people from a lot of different countries here. I don't know if they're using the right flags, but there are 4 different countries that I don't think we have seen in this tournament so far. It's nice that we have lots of players from all over the world.
Yeah, we have Putin is apparently from Belarus. missJenny is from the Faroe Islands. GM Kasparov fan is from St. Vincent and Grenadines. And the best kid in the world is from New Zealand.
And Putin and missJenny, they have won both their matches in the group so far, so they're one of the favorites to advance. And Game Kasparov fan and the best kid in the world lost their first match. This is their second match. So yeah.
Oh, they're pointing out they can see each other's messages in the chat. So GM Kasparov fan says, I can see Putin messages. Best kid in the world says same. And Putin is asking for a pawn.
That's weird. And anyway, they should focus on the game. Like they should. I see that they are chatting a lot about other stuff. Like you should only focus about the game. Like not focus on like anything else that's happening in the world right now. Now it's Bughouse, like full focus.
Yeah. So this knight check is quite good. I could take the bishop and knight H2. Oh, might as well. I guess it's hard to save both knights, but okay, that's probably the right knight to save.
Putin should have mate here.
E5 is interesting. Oh yeah, should probably have mate with the queen, but E5 is interesting too, because it threatens bishop G4, pawn takes pawn.
Yeah, that's a perfect move. He can't stop off pawn E4 and bishop G4. Also, sitting for more diags would also have been a strong.
Queen takes pawn, and then queen E2 is going to be mate.
Yes.
And the rating is not changing because the differential in rating is so high that even though, wait, what? Okay, that was, it's an aborted game. Is the score 3-0 or 2-0? I believe it's 3-0.
I think so too. Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes aborted games show up in the score, so make sure to account for that. Kasparov Fan is saying for move 1, don't trade, which I don't think is something his partner can necessarily accomplish. And missJenny is playing quite fast, so they're getting a time advantage there.
Yeah, and missJenny is very experienced. She has been playing a lot the last few years here.
Oh, that's mate. Smothered mate. Didn't play the smothered mate.
Yeah, I missed it. Knight F3 was mating 1, but this will also be mate.
Yep, mate again. Knight F3. That's mate 2. Okay. Yes, I was saying maybe before you got here that missJenny was playing with Chicken Cross Road in the random pool right before this match started. So she plays with a lot of high-rated players, and I think has learned a lot in the process. Oh, knight check is very good.
Definitely, she has good openings and plays fast, so she's improving for sure.
I would just take this knight. Bishop takes knight. And then if you take the bishop, you can retreat the knight to c7 and save it. And if you take the knight, then I can save the bishop. Yeah. Oh, don't like that move. So queen takes knight, and then the bishop is hanging. And she found that. This is reasonable. Support the bishop. They protect each other. Okay. Now trades are quite good for missJenny. Oh, she loses a piece here. Bishop takes bishop. Bishop takes, king takes. But at least the king will land on a vulnerable square and d6 at the end of that sequence. And missJenny is up quite a lot of time, so she may be able to get continuing to move. Queen d2 was another possibility to threaten queen a, so queen b4.
Yes.
Oh, but her partner has found mate. So in the under 2000 section, because they're playing a 3-minute time control, it is first to 8 with a win by 2 condition, and the score is already 5-0. So could be 3 more games, unless the opponents get on the board here. Hey, Incredible Blunder. Hope you're having a good day.
Yeah, and we can see here from the ratings that the Puutin and missJenny team is quite a bit higher rated, so it's expected that they will win this match. But I think they are Kasparov Fan and Thebestkid. They are playing good. They are playing fast moving and good moves, and they also are communicating a lot. So they're doing their best here.
And I like that Puutin didn't wait for pieces and is continuing to find on the board moves. Bishop takes pawn is reasonable, and queen takes.
And this is a typical tactic. missJenny could maybe sit for a knight 97. That would fork the king and queen. That's a pattern that people should know. It's a common pattern to fork like that. I don't know if she could get a knight, but it's a pattern to look out for.
Her partner has a mate threat here, so yes. Queen takes pawn as mate.
Yeah, it was probably mate there. Yeah. Even if he did something else, it looked like
even if he did rook takes, it looked pretty bad. It is not done. Kasparov says it is done, but it is not done. Need 2 more points. Our score right now is 6-0.
So this opening, I haven't seen this one so much. The best kid does G4 and H3. I see G3, H3 quite a lot, but this one G4 and H3 I haven't seen so much. Maybe it's a new idea from him. What do you think? Is that do you think
I think
good, or?
I think leaving the pawn on G3 is better because that pawn serves as a good defender, and he's given up that pawn. Oh, the Puutin has a nice attack here, making use of the open rook file.
Yeah, he used that quite good. He played H5 and traded away that pawn, so now he uses his rook on the G file. That's a clever counter to that opening.
Yeah, I like knight takes bishop here.
Yeah, lots of alternatives also. Yeah, pawn E2, or there were many strong moves, but he did your move. It's also
I like
move.
rook takes and then maybe E5 to get the bishop in. Oh, okay, he's doubling up rooks. That's interesting. Partner gave him a rook to play with. I guess he's trying to get his queen active. Putin is, I mean. missJenny.
And I like the comment by the best kid in the world in the chat. He said they just need 2 more points, but still let's try. That's the spirit. You need to. If you feel like it's not going your way, you have to encourage your partner to turn it around. So that's the right psychological strategy.
Ooh, I don't like that knight move. I mean, I guess the trades probably benefit missJenny, but still, I like pawn at G3 better for Putin. I think he forgot that the knight could move backwards, probably. Liking Putin's position better, but missJenny is getting.
She's under attack here.
She's under attack.
He might sacrifice his
safe
queen
enough.
and
Yeah,
Putin.
queen takes bishop is a good move here. Queen takes bishop followed by knight at H4. But probably Kasparov was worried about his partner. The other thing is players without much bughouse experience often overvalue their queen. The chess piece values have a queen at 9, which is like 3 pieces, whereas in bughouse the queen is 4, which is like 2 pieces. So you should be more willing to partner with your queen in bughouse, especially if it leads to mate.
Right, and we also see here a mistake a lot of bughouse players do, like Kasparov. He has a whole set of pieces in his hand. He should have sacrificed his queen and start putting in those pieces we check. They are not doing anything good at the side of the board.
Right. If you end the game often finding that you have a whole set of pieces in your hand, that means you're not dropping pieces fast enough. And like here's a good example with the rook check. Like whenever you have an opportunity to drop a piece, you should do it. If you find that you're always ending with a bunch of pieces. So rather than making a move, put another piece on the board, interpose a piece. We'll probably see rook takes knight followed by, oh, okay, maybe not. I thought we'd see like queen h4 here, something like that. I guess Putin is going to pick up the rook and the queen even.
Yeah, and that's mate, queen e7 or like this. Jenny will mate here.
Yeah, she's going to mate for sure. Or she could take the queen. That works too. So her partner gets
she can always mate later.
Her partner has made him 1, but maybe they're safer in this game. Trying to get the 2 points by winning on both boards. Unfortunately, bughouse doesn't work that way.
So here is an interesting opening by the best king in the world again. Yeah. He's doing this h4, h5. I saw that like when I started to play Bug House, I also saw that a lot, and then they wait for a pawn at g6 and try
Yeah,
to
and
attack like that.
the chess heroes who is they're streamers and they're competing in the Bug House World Championship this year and last year. They like to play this open end where they play h4, h5, pawn at g6, pawn takes pawn, give up their rook, and then take f7 and get in a knight check. It's a very aggressive open end, and um, and if your opponents don't know what to do, they can lose time figuring it out. And while they're losing time, the pieces become even more dangerous. Okay, so 2 pawns are quite good for Putin. Probably mates.
Yeah, and the obvious weakness with that, with moving the h pawn in the opening, is that you leave, if you play h4, you leave the g3 square vulnerable, so you can put in a pawn. Your opponent can put in a pawn there and start his attack often faster than you can put in.
So
yours.
could wait for pawn or could take the rook and promote to queen, which is also quite good. So I believe that is match point. It is 8-0. So this in the under 2000 section, I believe it should be over.
That's right. It's over. But yeah, they played. Maybe they're playing one more, or they are both. They might play one more for fun, but yeah, they won the match 8-0. So that's an impressive performance. I think missJenny and Puutin will go far this year. Puutin seems like a strong player, and missJenny, she has lots of experience and she's playing fast and quite good. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I wasn't very familiar with Putin. Let me check out his user card. Been around since 2018.
I thought it was funny that he's the Russian president is also called Putin. So
yeah, no, I'm sure that's the reason for the username. But yeah, so Putin seems like a strong player. He's around 1700 strength at Crazy House, 1700 strength at Blitz and Bullet. So yeah, the missJenny found a good partner. So they're saying in the chat, let's just finish this last game. So a knight would be quite good for a Kasparov fan. Oh, knight at e2 is a threat.
Right, so it was important that Jenny defended that.
It would be unfortunate for a Kasparov fan and their partner if like the one game they won was the game that didn't count because it's already over.
Yeah, that would be unlucky. Yeah.
So Putin, I believe, is
he's
stalling,
sitting for a knight. He says he might want to drop that on e2. But it was also good for him to sit because he's if he would have traded pieces, missJenny would have gotten under attack. So I guess that's one reason.
I think with the queen sack, I think the queen sack was the way to go. Queen takes knight.
Yeah, but the position was bad, but it was not a forced mate. But yeah. Putin had the attack there. Anyway. So are there more matches today, or what's the plan?
That's a good question. We can check the calendar. I think I made a command for the calendar. Yeah. Let's see. Nothing else is on the calendar for today. There are a bunch of matches scheduled for tomorrow. I believe tomorrow we might have like a 4-hour stream of Buckhouse matches. Starting at 12 noon Eastern time. There's a match at noon, 1 p.m., 2 p.m., and 3 p.m. So that should be fun.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to see some of these players because they're also like streamers. I think David is a streamer who's playing 7 p.m. and Anna-Maja and Success are also streamers. So it will be fun to follow them.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see if there's any other games to watch. But when this started, both Chicken and Zizon were I believe partnered in playing, but I guess that match has ended. Let me check to see what's going on in House Discord here.
Speaking of Sison, he told me that they are likely to play tomorrow at 7 UTC. In the evening UTC, but it wasn't completely clear. But maybe tomorrow evening we will see them play, and it will be especially interesting because Niels Grandelius, it will be his first match in the tournament, and he doesn't play Bughouse so often, but he's a little bit of a Bughouse legend because he's one of the like a lot of the Bughouse players. They are kind of talented chess players, but not so many of them. They go on and become like strong grandmasters in chess, so it will be fun to watch it because of that.
Legend has it that he won the Berlin tournament 5 years in a row with another strong Bughouse player as his partner. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, I heard about it. It was an incredible performance by him because I was his partner. So he won despite this, he carried me. So
I think you're being modest. I've played against you some of those tournaments, and you played very strong, as did he. So what is so that team hasn't played any games yet. Did they get a forfeit loss for missing week 1 and can make up week 2, or how is it happening? Like what is their? Are they making up all the matches, or did they get some forfeits?
I don't know exactly, but I think many groups only have like 5 participants. So one of the first matches was a bye.
We have Firefly in the chat here saying that they got one forfeit. Okay. Week 1 rescheduled to week 6. Okay, sounds good. Week 2 is a bye, so that's worked out okay. Yeah, and they just need to finish in the top 2 in their group, and then they'll be good to go to the elimination bracket. Good to see you, Zizon. So I'm not sure that we have anything else to watch at this point. I don't think there's any games coming up, so we might have the short stream here and finish with a raid. Let's see who is streaming that we can raid. We've already raided Pepe Lu. We could send him a second raid, or we could go to Radon, is streaming some Sporkle, streaming some trivia. Let's see who else is streaming here. We can send you all to Pepe Lu again, I guess. Let's do that. Yeah, 1800 Strict has pointed out there's unresponsive players in a bunch of groups, unfortunately. I think the group stage is gonna weed out the unresponsive players. So when we get to the single elimination bracket, I think everyone's going to be much more responsive. We're going to have more matches played each week. So I'm looking forward to that. And so thank you everyone for watching. Really appreciate it. If you haven't followed it, I'd appreciate a follow so you get notified of my future streams. This is Bughouse, which is the main game I stream. Tomorrow, if all goes well, we will have 4 Bughouse World Championship matches in a row to commentate, starting at noon Eastern Time and going through 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So looking forward to that, and I hope a bunch of you will join me for that. And looking forward also to streaming Zizon's first match with his partner Niels Grandelius, which I gather will be sometime this weekend. Anyway, have a great afternoon, everyone.